Hello everyone, how are we all doing? We're back again with Kingdom Hearts Training Memories. We're gonna finish it up this time. So since yesterday, I have grinded a little bit. We were at like level 58, 57 I think. Now we're up to 63. I got, I think, one or two health upgrades, which is enough. But I got enough, I got us from, how much CP did we have? Just like, I got us 100 more CP, I think, right? So, we got us plenty of zeros scattered throughout, just all of whatever. I was able to, like, use up my, the platinum room card I had, and some other stuff, and got a lot of platinums, and got pretty much a lot of my clouds platinumed for, you know, a lot less, sorry, itchy back. A lot less CP. Sorry, just checking something. And, we've always had that too. Platinum, right? So I have that, and I have Jafar. And for people who don't remember, Jafar, for 25, 30 attacks, I think, enemies do not break your attack cards. Meaning that if we just essentially just mash, like wait for someone to play any card and then start off with 0 card, we'll be able to like mash our entire normal way through here. And the boss will still try to like use slights and zeros and other things to counter our cards. I did a practice run of this once I finished grinding earlier to see if I could beat the boss, and I was able to. And let me tell you, is the boss after this boss, the boss after Marluxia, is nowhere near as fucking crazy as I remember Marluxia himself being. So, we got the room empty, we got our health full. Let's go up and go do it. And again, thank God for fast forward. So, another thing that you kind of have to do with Marluxia. Okay. There we go. At the beginning, you kind of just have to let him do his, double slight. Ow. And let him spam that. See, now that we got him backed up into the corner, we can essentially just spam attacks. And he will still try to use them on us. And we're able to stop him from doing some attacks and some damage. I'm just going to use Doofy to get him out of my field. I don't care to actually use him. So. Now, what I did when I was playing against Marluxia is I was able to actually get him, like, really exhausted out. Like, he only had his basic attacks, which still fucking hurt, by the way. Now, I'm not mad that he's canceling some of my slights out. In fact, I'd much rather prefer he did do that, because that means he's using up zeros. And see, what's happening right now is the reason you can, like, really easily die against Marluxia. And that's just... when you walk up to attack him, and you tard break him, when you actually tard break him, he'll, like, be stunned for, like, a good set. But when you hit him, he has an immediate fast recovery. And what'll end up happening is kind of like, what I said before, the anime, like, you hit him with one attack, and then he'll come up, and because all of his physical attacks come out really quickly, like, you'll hit him with a normal attack, and then he'll come out with a higher, like, a 9 or something to break your 0. And then there's, you know... so if he breaks this Tirado, that's actually fine. Something you just kind of have to learn to accept when you're fighting him is that you just have to go for it. If he uses a 0 to break you, that's perfectly fine. On. I have 15. So 7, 5. I break that. Okay, cool. And I think he just tried to use an item off of Cloud. Is amazing. Truly, actually. Again, I don't care about Donald actually doing anything. I just want him off of my list. I'm going to use that while I can. Trying to stay as far away from Marluxia as possible. Right, I never actually reloaded, did I? Just going to win out consistently until he can't use his slights anymore, and then we can actually kind of attack him. So you kind of have to play real, kind of like hit and run tactics from Marluxia. Hit him once, even if it was a card break, and then just immediately run away. He's still got an Elixir left. And that's what I was fucking afraid of. Okay. Whatever, that was his last one. Let him spam slights. If he wants to use up all of his cards again. For that, again, hit and run tactics work really well. Ow. See what I mean about him being really fucking powerful? With basic attacks, even. See, here's the other thing. Marluxia is not afraid to use his own, like, 0s and stuff just to stop you from healing from a distance. Oh, this went so well with the last attempt. It would be really nice if I could actually fucking dodge. Again, the fucking Xbox controller D-pad is awful as sin. There we go. That'll save me quite a bit of time, honestly. Not time, but just, like, a lot of headache. So, you know, sometimes you just have to go for it and really hope that the, AI is stupid enough that you get off, like, a full cloud or a full heal. But this is why we have a lot of these zeros scattered out, so when I'm trying to do this specifically... Oh, that's a 9. He's gonna break that just with a normal fucking card. Yeah, see, even though I tried to run away immediately, he was still able to get me with that, dash attack of his. Almost immediately from me hitting him. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. So yeah, don't let Marluxia back you in a corner, because he will just basically attack the fuck out of you over and over again. So you kind of really do want to have a bunch of slights that can help you do a lot of damage that you can get back. So you do want to have, like, at least a couple items with you. Honestly. Yeah, because if he card breaks you, you're guaranteed to take damage, essentially. That's fine. Ow. This is fine. He's also very good at dodging and will usually just dodge, Cloud's on the slash of his just Oda Tord. Oof. Now, the good thing is that he has a lot of, like, actual fair numbered cards around them, so his slights generally aren't going to be massively high. I'm just loading that up so I have a 0 right here that I can use. I'm not sure if he can actually jump over any of Marluxia's attacks other than his, magic on the ground attack. So he is out of items to use at this point. And from the looks of it, he's out of cards that he's willing to use for his slights. Hey, Karma, how you doing? So at this point, it's literally just whittling his health down, bit by bit. And reloading when we think it's safe, healing when he's reloading. Or something you can do, use your normal heals to bait out a bunch of his 0 cards for your Cloud Slights. Which I am 100% out of. Double ow. There you go. That's really easy to dodge. So I'm normally until he has to reload before that happens, because he's like out of slights to use. And not while he's reloading, when his cards are actually flipping through when he's done. I got 2 tests this Monday. I hope that you went good on them, if you got your results back already. Prepping a reload. I know this is going to be the real hard part, where we're just literally using one attack, running, one attack, running. But it's the surefire way to beat him without, you know, getting ourselves killed. Yeah, that's gonna get us killed. Mid math test was easy. Good for you. I hate math. With a passion of 1,000 burning suns. It's just... I hate it. It's not fun. Ow. Do not let Marluxia corner you like that. He will just spam you, because when you get hit, you get knocked back a little bit. Ow. Triple ow. I need to spend all of my time and effort healing now. I need a Tiraga if I cannot get that off. Then I will die. So I need to actually wait for him to reload. Fuck! That did so much damage. Why'd that do so much damage? I gotta try it now. Oh my god, okay. Slowly but surely. That hit there, that little, like, flash step he does, has such weird verticality to it. If you're below him, it hits you super easily. If you're above him, it doesn't do that much. Or, it doesn't hit you that frequently. Nope, I'm gonna die this close, and I'm gonna die. Like, don't have enough. It does so much damage. It does more damage than a normal Kira. I only have these two. I'm gonna Kira, actually, if I can. Okay, Fletcher, I just gotta go out. I either die here or he dies here. And the answer is me. I die here. I know he was 1 to 2 hits away. Okay, I'm gonna take out Jafar. I'm gonna put in what was I gonna put instead? Tears. That's right. Yeah, another tier or two, so I have more whatever. Oh. I'm sorry about that, Karma. Yeah, I just have I'll stop spamming caps. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know all the commands for Nightbot, so I try to have just like, factory normal right now. But yeah, that was just 1 fucking hit away, and I'm mad over it. I'm not going to say it went well in the practice run, but it went better than that, generally. You see what I mean by you break his card? Like, I literally just broke his card, and then he still attacked anyway. Like, he has no, like, in every other enemy in the game, when you card break them, they are recoiled for a bit. He can just immediately use target if he wants to. That's fine. Get him to use a 0, probably. Break that. I tried rolling through that, but it wouldn't let me. Because the rolling in this game, it's not shit again. I am going to blame the controller. I'm going to be that guy. Let's use a bunch of small heals. You bitch. Now we use Cloud when he's trying to reload. I don't know how that didn't hit me, but we'll take it. I honestly thought, hey, Carpenter, how you doing? Until they whip out a massive scythe. I mean, kinda, yeah. Yeah, normal tier comes back, as long as you're not using it for slights. So I honestly thought about remaking this deck, or making a different deck, in a way that it was literally all zeros, and, like, Cloud and tier. Okay, Do that. Okay, I just have to wait for him to actually reload. The bitch faked me out. But I got all 3 hits in anyways, so, who's the real winner? I'm gonna say me still. Using Donald just to get rid of him. I don't think he'll actually do damage. I just want to make sure I have a 0 up at the top. Now, don't let him bully you, which he's going to bully me. I actually had a higher number of them. But yeah, hi Carpenter, how you doing? Hope things are doing well for you. Haven't seen you in a while. Use this reload to Chiraga. You know what, that's fine. That's not fine that I got hit though, I need my zeros back. I didn't want to start reloading. I want to break him, but I'm failing horribly. Honestly, his slides are a lot easier to dodge than just his normal attacks I've been seeing. And still get hit, and then get hit again, because why wouldn't I? He did try to use an item on me while Cloud was happening, so I got rid of one of his Mega Elixirs, which is very nice. Damn it. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, no, knock on wood. All that shit. I should be fine this time around. Because I haven't used my item yet. And he only has his 1 item left. Read more? Less time to watch streams? That's a horrible decision. That means you have less time to watch me. But, that's good. Today, honestly, not doing so well. Had some, just, really bad games early this morning. And not a whole lot of sleep. Ow, this is fine. Fine. Sorry about that. Let's see, what's going on in the chat? Grinding all day for a 10% drop. Yeah. Things like that suck a lot. But ooh, there we go. We've gotten I was 4 health bars, 1.5 down. Mainly with Omnislash. He's still got 1 item left, I think. He can use that pretty much whenever he wants. Ow. Fine. So see, what I'm going to do now... Restart the game twice to break the curse. Exactly. And I'm going to wait for him to actually fully reload. Not start to reload, but wait for his charge to start flipping. And then I'm going to use my, Nope. I was too far away from it. I could have, if I committed. So I didn't realize he had that many cards still. Dodge rolling would be a nice thing to have, Jane. Thank you very much, please. There we go. That's all my clouds back. Ooh. And any Tirajas I've used as well. This is fine. This is also fine. Go. Ow. Do this, and then we got a Tiraja. Once he starts to reload again. Bait out some normal heals, then there's waste cards when I'm far enough away. Still gotta play this really conservatively. Trying to, again, bait out cards. They'll try to break you from a distance. Trying to get him to use his zeros, actually, is what I'm trying to get him to do with the heals. So that way he'll have to either use a slight to counter me, and once you get him down to enough cards, he'll just like refuse to use slights pretty much. But this is fine. I'm missing a health bar, so I want to set up another Tiraja. Which he lets me do, which is nice of him. Let's see, 1, 5, 4, it's fine. It's above 10. Bait out some attacks. So let's see. Use that. And use Cloud. He uses dots. Or points. Ow. Oh, you fool. Oh. Ow, that's fine. I'll take that. We've got 2.5 of his health bars down of his 4. Just normal tier while we're making our way towards Cloud. Okay, see how he hasn't even stacked a single card for his like yet? Because he's essentially out. He has no more items to bring him back, so he's just down to his basic attacks. I don't know the entire logic behind how bosses work in this game. But he is, like, very low on the amount of cards he's comfortable having. So again, even though I'm full health, I'm just using tears to bait out some of his attacks to make him need to reload. There we go. Ow. Because, like, I think he wants to have a certain amount of cards. Can Omni miss? It can, and it has been a couple of times. Because what Marluxia does, he does that little, like, not teleport, but just like a really fast kind of, like, half-circular dodge. Sometimes, and when he's reloading, especially, he'll do it. But what ends up happening is that he seems to be missing, dodging the first Omnislash. But not, like, the other 2 hits that are going on. Come on, I'm healing. Don't you want to break me? Use some cards to break me, so that you have to reload yourself. Ow. Oh, 1 second. Hi, Danny. How you doing? Ow. How are you and Steven doing? I don't think I've seen Steven live again yet, other than that first night. So we both were okay. You bitch, you were saving that. That was my last Omnislash too. That's fine. I need my tears back anyway. You're gonna let me get away with normal heals, Marluxia? I was about to say Merletzia, but no, that's wrong. I'm combining like 2 different people's names. It's just Marluxia, not Merletzia. Or I think that's what I used to call him as a kid, because I never heard the name before, and I was really bad with like putting X's in people's names. Yeah, the organization's name was really kind of a really big bitch to try to pronounce when I was younger. Okay. Stop dying. Stop dying. Reload your tears. Get your tear auto off. Due to his love for football. Ooh, and we're golden. I wonder if we can get away with trying to get, Go. Yeah, Sonic Blade his ass. See if we can do that. Nope. immediately lands on a 0. Something we can still do is Reflect Raids, I guess. Try this random bullshit out. Because we only have 2 clouds left and no more items to reload them. Nope, okay, this is fine. If I still had Jafar and I had the points to use him, this would be where I'd use him. Yep, still got that off. I want to say we got him, because he's very low, doesn't have a lot of cards to use. But he can still counter all of my attacks with that fucking his own Zenzukuken, Flash Step, whatever that is. But I really don't think he has enough aggro in him anymore to counter me fully. No, fuck you. I'm trying to reload here. Fuck off. Ow. Don't let him. Jesus fucking Christ. Oy. I remember, like any good Final Fantasy game, we still have to fight the final boss after the real final boss. Also, hey, Fake Ritu, where were you during that fight? Were you just fucking standing in a corner? You're faking Badada. No, I don't know why, but I just love, like, Irish Celtic, like, size of release curses, shit like that. Also, haha, you didn't fight me, you just fought a clone of me that was only using 1% of my pure powers. Fuck off. Me? Yes, you. Who else would it be? Because he made you read in a Scottish accent. I don't deny it. So we got Marluxia's card, which is, I'm actually going to try to make a new deck for this final boss here. Because it's a tricky thing. It is a final boss that is again, I don't want to call it a monster type, but it does not use... I am like 90% sure he doesn't use the, like his own deck mechanics. Like, he doesn't reload, anything like that. He has some weird attacks he can use. But yeah, he doesn't reload, but that means that he has no 0 cards in his deck at all. Because people who don't have to reload, the game makes sure that they don't ever have 0s. So, like, bosses like Ursula, just normal enemies, they'll have, like, 9 cards, for sure. So you want to make sure that every slight you use is at least a 10 or above. But he does not have 0s. And that means that Marluxia's own card used stocked cards and slights twice in a row. That means double fucking Omnislash for, what is it, 5 Omnislashes? So because of that, I'm going to, pick out all of my zeros, because if he doesn't use slights either, which he doesn't, then I have no need for zeros. Oh, missed one. Again, 90% sure. 90% sure that he doesn't have slights and zeros. So I'm going to use my remaining spare points I have to put, you know what, sure. 2 Meta Ethers. So I have 3 of them, and as long as I put them in slights that are above 10, he should never be able to break me. And just because I don't see a save point here, I'm scared. So I'm going to save state here real quick. And then, okay, Castle Oblivion's still the same, so I'm going to go to the save point. Okay, yeah, we're good. Ever played the Resident Evil deck building game? I have not. That sounds either like a really fun game or an awful game that no one should ever experience. This is it. The final battle. Okay, no, it's actually the final battle. Oh my god, the amount of fucking heartburn I have. So, Marluxia's riding on top of this thing. And I'm really not sure what the... I forget exactly how a lot of this works. But again, because he's not using a deck system, he also doesn't have that much health. Okay, no, never mind. That's right. That's his, You gotta attack like it's a normal size, I think. So yeah, again, no zeros. So as long as I do, I'm gonna wait for those to... I don't want to kill those, because I want, again, I'm the slash. Seabass? Who you calling Seabass? I have no idea what that means. The game and or the emulator as well also can't handle the background. Okay, that's gone. So slash, 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 and then guess what? Double slight. There's nothing he can do because he doesn't play an actual whatever. So Cloud's just going to be kicking his ass super hard. Yeah. Like, I'm not mad or anything, it's just like, that caught me off guard, like, why Seabass specifically? What relevance does the sea bass have to this? So if you ever see me, like, stop and move like that, it's because I'm legitimately trying to, dodge roll and the game doesn't want me to. Yeah, that's fine. So if you card break him when he has these little, whatever they are, it's from Dumb and Dumber. I see, that's one of the things I don't remember about that movie. Like, if he just card break his attacks while he's trying to fire at you with those things, it kills them instantly. But yeah, no, I feel you, Carpenter. I love using dumbass movie quotes. From time to time. Okay, now is actual phase 2 of the fight starting? Good job, Donald. You got him. Yeah, because now I can actually attack him. Is the saying now. No. How many of you remember, fucking The Love Guru? I loved that movie as a kid. As dumb and stupid as it was. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so Nightbot does not like it. Sorry about that, Carpenter. Nightbot does not like it when you spam, caps, and it's not like it when you post links. And I have that for bots specifically. Like, I know you were just trying to show, like, a clip of the movie. But I don't know how to, like, specify people being, like, you know, safe for Nightbot or something. What? We all just saw Cloud, like, come in and be like, nah, I'm just gonna dip out, without actually attacking, right? Ugh. Oh my god, that's right. You have to wait until he... I remember... Bye, Tournament. Have a good night. I remember writing on, like, the boss during this fight, so I thought it was weird that we haven't yet. That's why. Because we have to... wait for a... card break him when he's, like, dashing at you or something. And then Cloud can attack. So he's, like, immune to damage otherwise. And he's trying to push me off, you see? Oh. Try nothing, you did. Hope your pillow's cold too. What do you prefer? Having a cold pillow? A cold blanket? Or a cold bed? This is a very important question. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Cold pillow? That works. I think I prefer a cold bed more than anything. Cold bed, warm pillow, room temperature. Pop. We want to break those three things. And now Cloud does work for us. And hey, we got all of our Clouds back without needing to use a Slight. You know. I actually need to try to heal. Also, I want to just point out the sheer amount of difference in difficulty between actual Marluxia and this fight. The final boss, the final hurdle, the oh my god, how did I have trouble beforehand type deal that's going on here. Like, honestly, how? And you just jump to avoid his attacks. Just wait for him to, like, go up. Now, you only go after... Nope. Yeah, that's why I wait for the breaks to happen. Whee. Don't hack me, bro. Bro, it was just a prank. It was just a prank, bro. Don't hack me. Don't hack me. But yeah, at this point, it's just a fight of patience against the boss. Just wait for him to attack to break these, let him go through his cycles. And again, honestly, where was this level of difficulty in the fucking last fight? It's not even a battle of attrition, it's a battle of attention, more or less. Like, you get so bored, it's like, oh no, I'm really scared of what he'll do to me. And then you just gotta, like, you know, make sure you don't actually, die. Because, like, he's been hitting you, like, once or twice. There we go. Also, I like how during this segment, when we're up on his back, we're actually so high up in the air that normally when Cloud Omnislashes, he goes up and then swoops down to slash. But he'll stay like where he is and go up to slash. So we're technically so high up that Cloud has to fly higher to reach him. Meta Knight wannabe. Dude, Cloud or Marluxia? Because both is correct. He does have 0 cards. But I'll be damned. But he doesn't use them. Is it about time for another potion? I think it's about time for another ether. How many clouds do I have left? Just these 3. Okay. Ow. Okay. $5 somewhere. Time for that daily potion, you know. I can still make it. Run, Sora, run! Use those tiny ass legs of yours. You can do it. He could, in fact, not do it. He does have 0 charge, but he can only attack in certain intervals. And when you break the 3, like, little, whatever he has up on the, when you're on his back, he literally can't attack you during that time. So I don't even have to do math. Just 1 drink of potion. He's down to his last health bar. No! I fucked up and did a fucking cross slash instead of on the slash. That's so fucking... I hate... Wait. I hate that about this game with a burning passion. What's the matter? You trying to do something? You're trying to do something, you bitch? Well, I got news for you. Too bad. Die, please. Die, please. And also, kindly fucking die, please. He's at 1 health. Okay. You know, speaking of potion, actually. Nectar of life. We never see him again until Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, you would think that Fate Riku shows up from time to time. But no, he doesn't. He shows back up in Kingdom Hearts 3 when they try to do like the whole like giant fucking finale thing. And it kind of works, yeah. Like links in a chain. See, that's what they mean by chain of memories, not curled up in a chain. Like, oh, they try to trick you. I don't know. Well, excuse me. It'll take some time, about 1 year's worth, give or take. Also, that means that you're going to be completely brain dead and comatose for an entire year. So I hope you like. What is the feeling when you haven't moved your limbs in a long time? Apathy, something like that. Actropy, right? Yeah, I hope you like that because oh boy, remember how you were like a godlike being at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 and kind of this game? Yeah, good luck going back to absolutely fuck all by the start of 2 because of atrophy. Or hospice, I guess. Well, okay, actually only Sora has to sleep in one of those. You two get like a fucking dime by the dozen pod off in the corner. Sora gets the fancy one because, you know, he's the important one. Well, I'm not gonna lie, like, this ending is kind of really sweet. Also, Namine's fucking floating? I don't think they ever give her that power in, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 or 3. She shows up in 3, right? I'm really not sure. Like, she has to, yeah? Like, I forget. Like, because at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, they do this whole thing where you fight, like, all of the big bads or whatever, and you get some pretty good reunions. You get Terra, Aqua, and Ventus back together, and that's nice. Uh, Roxas, Atel, and Shion back together, which makes me cry. It honestly does. Because as much as I think they want you to make Terra, Aqua, and Ventus like the important emotional reunion. Oh shit! Oh shit! The VOD! The VOD! We're good. Sorry, they're playing the song, and I don't want the song to, like, fucking ruin the VOD. Because I'm uploading these onto a YouTube channel now for, you know, essentially just like a VOD dump so that they don't get destroyed within like 2 weeks. Actually, you know what? Screw this. Just, thank God for fast forward buttons on emulators, right? Just sing along? Fuck that, no. I think there's also copywritten people singing along to the song in places like that. But yeah, no, honestly, this is still a fun game. It has some problems. And as much as I think I prefer this game over it, I think most of the problems that a lot of people have this game were addressed in Chain of Memories, the final mix version of this game that makes it 3D instead of 2D. So I remembered having way less problems with that game and needing to build not entirely stupid decks based off of one broken mechanic. So yeah. Hey, remember when I said a long time ago and multiple times that in Kingdom Hearts 1, Ritu is kind of a bitch, but he gets most of his character development in 2, which makes me love him. Not in 2, in Chain of Memories. And that's right, we're not done yet, we're only halfway through, motherfucker. We got Reverse Rebirth mode, where we can play as Ritu. Hell yeah. Because again, like, oh, well, how does Ritu get all of his character development if that's a fake? Because we don't play as the fake, we play as the real deal. And Ritu's playthrough is so much better than Sora's. I'm not even going to lie and tell you that I'm not going to have as nearly as much trouble during this playthrough as I am with that I did with Sora's. Oh my god. Yeah, between the light and dark. So I think they kind of bullshit their way around how Ritu got to where he is. He keeps telling me to sleep like he wants me to die. And I don't like that. Hey, look at this. Now we're in Castle Oblivion. Neato. So they don't bother rehashing because you have to beat Sora in order to go through here. But what we're actually in is we're not going through the castle after Sora does. Kind of. See, Sora went through floors 1 through 13. Riku is going to go through floors 1 through 13. But the basement part. So he's working his way up towards the ground floor, actually. Ordinarily, yes. I love how he calls out, like, yes, what am I going to do? Just relive the events of the events of the past game? Spoiler, I kind of wasn't in it all that much. But it's like, yeah, ordinarily, but you trying to get fucked off a little bit. So how does Riku work differently from Sora? Riku does not build his own deck. Every world he has a preset deck of attack cards. You can't even change the order of these cards. But there are a couple of differences in the way Riku plays. First of all, he only has Soul Eater, which isn't even a Keyblade. But Riku, because he doesn't have card points to put stuff into, he doesn't have like whatever, any like, you know, potions or whatever he has stays with him, or if the world gives him that. But any enemy card you earn is automatically put into Riku's deck for every singular world he visits. So Riku has no magic card, so he's a pure melee type character, but he does pretty good damage for what it is. I think his attacks come out faster than Sora's, actually. Generally, and again, if you earn a enemy card, it's just fucking there. Period. I don't think you can earn some things like the Fire or Thunder guys, which boost your Fire and Thunder damage, because you don't ever get any of that stuff. But hey, yeah. So yeah, for this first little bit here, Riku is all about just kind of like, essentially just spamming. Ow. Now you can still slight with Riku. That's still a thing you can do for sure. Also, you don't have a reload meter. You just press a button and all your cards come back. Riku's also faster moving than Sora. Which is just something I like. Like, I like the idea that behind, like, the Kingdom Hearts games, Riku is still considerably more powerful than Sora generally. Like, normally. But yeah, so Riku has 3 different things. He has an HP boost, obviously, because he doesn't learn slights. He has Darkness boost, and then he has Attack boost. So, what I like to do, because of the way we haven't gotten into what Darkness does yet, but we will, like, after this first world, I think, or like halfway through it. Oh, excuse me. I like to use this, kind of. Because having extra points of darkness will help you out. Even, like, partway through. Like, if you learned, like, actually, like, do a little bit of math and count some things, you can make the darkness points last a long time and do a lot of fucking damage. So I'm gonna, like, spend my first 3 levels doing that, because I don't really need health at this point. I suppose this is the other thing to worry about. Because Riku doesn't have a, you know, cure command, he can't heal himself during battle. So the only way you can heal yourself is through save points, or, like, attacking items in the overworld like this for health bubbles. But yeah, because Riku just moves faster and attacks faster than Sora generally, you can effectively, like, bash people's heads. And look how fast he moves. I'm not changing anything. That's just how fast Ritu moves normally. Like, the thing of Sora and Ritu is kind of like a Mario and Luigi type synergy. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, Mario is known as the guy for, like, you know, running and jumping generally, right? His middle name is literally fucking Jumpman, yeah? But in, most, like, canon Mario games, Luigi actually jumps higher, than Mario. Like, when it comes to, like, you know, the ups that the brothers have, Luigi's just generally better. But he's still just, like, you know, overlooked. Ugh, sorry about that. But yeah, I just like the idea that Ritu is generally a better, stronger version of Sora. But that Sora eventually does overcome Ritu in, like, terms of raw strength, or becomes equal in the effect there. I also really do like how they give you, like, a couple of really good level ups, excuse me? A couple, like, really quick level ups throughout here. But they don't make the fights too long, and your experience, I'm away from a level by 1 experience point. Like, this battle is literally just those two things. The Wyvern and this, Sorceress, which died, like, immediately upon impact. Now I actually want to start raising his health a little bit, because again, can't heal himself. So having a good amount of health, is really, really important. But because of how just, like, strong and quick Ritu is, it's generally very easy to level drag. Especially in, like, earlier levels. Which is kinda why I'm, like, killing every enemy. Because, you know, I just want experience. Also, yeah, I wanted some of those darkness points. Which is starting to, really help out. I'm pretty sure darkness actually maxes out at around 30 points, I think. There's also, because, Ritu, again, doesn't make its own decks, there's no Moogle shops in this version. Or in Ritu's playthrough. Do I even have a 0 to go through here? Or a 7? No, but I have this. But yeah, I feel the game started with this playthrough, and then made you go through Sora's the way it works. Or make Sora work kind of like how Ritu does, and then make Ritu work like how Sora does. Like, here's how you play the game with the car. Through one playthrough, it's kind of easy. And then just fucking, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who got really mad at this game and said that nothing good ever comes out of it never finished Sora's playthrough and never tried Ritu's playthrough. Which again, I kinda get. I do kinda get. Oh! Oh, did you hear that? That was a good one. Holy shit. Oh, I feel so much better after that. Fuck, that was like, I think 3 or 4 cracks in the span of a second. Oh. So you might be seeing when I'm tired breaking enemies and they're breaking me, there's a number afterwards. Again, right now, not important, but that's definitely important for when we get to learn how our darkness points work. Is this even the place I'm looking for? It is. It is. Good. If you'll excuse me for just 1 second. I need to open up the door real quick. Sorry about that. Whenever I wear like black shirts like this, it doesn't matter how thick or thin they are, for whatever reason, it's really hot in this room. So it's actually been, I don't want to say warm today, but like not bad outside, at least when the sun was out. The sun is definitely no longer out, but still. Excuse me? I went to the wrong door, is what I just did. Boy. You ever get that feeling where you can't get comfortable in your own chair? Or just like, whatever it is? Like, I love this chair, but... oh man, it just feels like it's just not comfortable sometimes, you know? Ugh. But at least they gave you a nice room. Damn. Savage burn. Normally I'd say, like, I kind of want to, like, go through these rooms kind of quickly because I don't want to bore you with, like, the grinding. But look at how quickly Riku just takes care of these people. The battles at least Hollow Bastion here go by really quick. And the first, like, 10 or so levels that Riku gets come by also stupidly quick. Also, something I do love about Riku is that, based on, I'm gonna go with attack power right now. Because, yeah, Riku's base attack power does increase. I think that's the one that, like, only shows up every, like, 4 or 5 levels. Like, you can't spend the first, like, 10 levels raising your attack power. I was saying something and forgot it immediately. Something about how these battles don't take a long time at all. Or something. Right, because Riku attacks so quickly. If you're just mashing the attack button, Riku can't ever actually... Riku can essentially stun lock people. Is what I'm trying to get at. Because he attacks so quickly, most kind of like Heartless around here, at any point in the game actually, don't have like a chance to counterattack once they're stuck being attacked by Riku, until he uses a finisher. Even then, if they're like immediately, if Riku puts them against the wall, and I can attack just again immediately, so they have to take a little extra time to recover from being hit by a finisher. Besides, aren't we due for just the teeniest little bit of a power trip after what happened? Just the teeniest little bit of a power trip after the shit we've had to endure. Now, I'm not going to say Riku's playthrough is going to be easy. No, there's still going to be some, like, trouble behind it. Because, again, this first area is a gimme. They're giving you a bunch of, like, free levels and taking out one of the harder worlds, kind of, like, on purpose. So, again, remember, like, these, wyverns used to be a real bitch to deal with. Same thing of the defenders and the sorcerers, wizards, whatever they're called. You know, these guys. Oh yeah, that's right. But remember, we just keep enemy cards we get, which makes me really mad that we used up all of our luck. That we used up all of our luck getting enemy cards in the last playthrough, and Sora's playthrough, because we got so fucking many. We got like 15 enemy cards at least, not counting, you know, boss cards. Guaranteed drops, essentially. Let's see, what's the max attack power Riku gets? I think it's either 30 or 25? And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, because one level doesn't really make that much of a difference, but eventually it will. Eventually Riku will do just a shit ton of damage on his own. And now we're down here. Yep. Now, this also may be me geeking out, but something I love about, I guess we'll let story play out a little bit. You passed through the door to darkness. Behind you, you left your family, friends, home, everything. Do you have to show for it? Ow. So yeah, essentially, this entire playthrough is a giant-ass redemption arc for Riku. And god damn it, do I love it so much. Oh my god, it's so good. It makes me mad how good it is, actually. Boy. Sorry. So another thing to kind of not worry about is we're not going to get key to rewards. Okay. Because, you know, we don't make our own decks, so we don't get new cards or anything. This is very much a much quicker playthrough. Not just because Riku's faster, but because, like, we're not going to have nearly as much story. And Riku is more focused on the fighting and doing well with what's given to you, rather than, building your own strategies. Like, Riku is really good at, like, two specific things. Past that, not so much. Alright, what was I saying before? Right, this is kind of me nerding out, but about stuff, but can I just say, I fucking love Riku's style of fighting, and, like, his open stance. Like, just straight up, that little stance right there, sword held back, arm held open in front of him. Like, I'm a nerd, right? Like, a really big nerd and a really big fucking geek. I like swords. I like swordplay. I like fighting. I like how people do it in games and in real life, right? And I know the people who probably don't, I'm not going to say appreciate. What's the right word I'm looking for? What's the right word? Care, I think it is. For people who don't really know or care about, like, swordplay and stances or whatever, that might look really goofy, you know? But at the same time, I fucking love how much... It's not just like, oh, what's a cool pose for this character to use? It's actually a really good style based on how Ritu fights. It's definitely more of a defensive stance. Kinda half defensive. Like, let me try to explain. So, when you see, like, when you see it saying about, like, old, like, medieval knights and stuff, what's the stance they usually have? Sword and whatever hand. I'm left-handed, so whatever. Sword in their primary hand, shield in the other, back like this. Shield up front, sword in a power stance, right? Because they have their sword out front. If they want to do a big slash, they'd have to pull it back, like, store power, essentially, and then come down. So, like this, they have their shield out front to block, whatever attacks, and then sword already halfway, essentially halfway swung, pre-swung halfway. Ritu is kind of the same thing. He's up like this, so he still needs to, like, turn it to spin down, so it's a lot quicker to come out. But you might think, well, if that's the case, why doesn't he have, like, a shield or whatever? And, like, the reality is, like, do you know how kinda important and not important shields actually were? Like, we say with medieval knights in full armor, really big helmet, the big sword, and then the shield, right? That's normally not how it worked. You didn't need a shield if you already had a giant full breastplate of armor. That was essentially a shield covering your entire body. People only use shields, generally, if A, they were going up against, like, spears and polearms, which are essentially made to, like, break through breastplates, and not shields, or if they, because that was expensive, and not everyone had the strength to, fight in those, people would have, like, leather clothing or whatever, so they would use, shields to block, sword attacks and whatnot. So, like, because we're in, like, a fantasy area, we're afforded more, like, not afforded more realism, but more distance from realism. Like, a sword is really nice if you're going up against, like, let's say, someone who wants to get close to you, because, you have range on the fucker. If someone brings a knife and you have a fucking claymore, you win as long as they don't get up right into your face. But because Riku has the one free hand, if someone does, he can just, actually use that to, like, push people back. Also, magic. And I love this. All the other people who've come across have been so serious thinking they're real. And then it's like, Phillipson's like, yeah, no, I'm fake. You're just hallucinating me, bitch. Yeah, I love it. So this fight can be a little tricky because, again, when we fight bosses, they're essentially bosses, like, point for point, like how Sora worked. Except we don't get the Mickey symbol that they got beforehand. However, Maleficent here is a lot easier because I don't think she actually breathes fire on us. I could be wrong, and she deals, much less damage. Never mind, there's the fire. Oh, we do get the Mickey symbol. Huh. Well, what do you know? I thought we did, and at the same time I thought we didn't. Also, she has way less health. So yeah, really, really easy. Just make sure you get like at least 1 or 2 levels. Also, we get Dragon Maleficent straight up off the bat. Do you want to know how fucking good Dragon Maleficent is? In Sora's playthrough, her deal was that you would sacrifice reload speed. Like you would fill your bar up half as fast, twice as slow, whatever, works better. So half as fast or twice as slow. But you would Jane, like, double the attack power from your attacking cards. But because Riku doesn't have a reload speed... Am I allowed to reorder what my enemy cards show up in? Nope. No, I am not. Yeah, sacrifice reload speed to power up attack cards for... I'm pretty sure that's like 1 or 2 reloads, or if that's for how many attack cards you use. I want to say attack cards, specifically. So then you might be thinking, yeah, this is kind of neat. You don't have to make your deck, and there's a little less whatever, but... I'm bored. Is it really just going to be you just attacking people? Kind of, but we'll see why after this next turn. What makes the Riku playthrough really special, I think. Still don't like the fact that you have to pick up experience. Or that the... Just but... Not the fact that you have to pick it up, but that the experience really only lasts like 8 seconds on the ground. Like, not really a whole lot. You know, it's like, let me show you how powerful Dragon Maleficent is. It's for 30 attacks. And, okay, maybe it doesn't double your attack card power, but it does, increase them by still a good amount. And again, for Riku, there's literally no downside, and it's for free. Because enemy cards are automatically put in your deck. For no cost, because, there's no deck making. Shit, it's Ansem. So that's who the voice was. Or was it? But I thought we killed him. Hey, look, it's Mickey. Also, this is the only time Mickey ever shows up in this outfit. Again, I don't think Disney had a lot of faith in the original Kingdom Hearts, because while Donald and Goofy got to, like, a couple outfits to, whatever in, when Mickey showed up, it was in his, normal outfit, which is just, pants. But ever since then, they've given him, like, a bunch of, like, outfits or whatever. I think they're actually pretty neat for, like, a fantasy-type Mickey. Is this the tutorial, or is this... No, this is not the tutorial. Also, again, new deck, even for inside of, Castle Oblivion, in between floors. Do I have zeros? I do have zeros. Oh, that's right! I forgot. Yeah, so you get enemy cards and your boss cards. But, like, we don't have the defender card anymore, because we're not in... We only had that because we were in, Hollow Bastion. Every time we go to a new world, we get an enemy card based off that world. So we get Mickey as a friend card. Mickey does a little bit of everything, honestly. Mickey deals damage to every enemy on the screen, knocks them back, stuns them for a small amount of time, heals you, and then reloads your deck for you. But it's the only friend card Mickey ever gets. Did I rely on darkness? Yes. The way he makes it sound, it's like, oh, you have a choice to use the dark power or not. It'll happen whether you want to or not, and there's literally no way to change the ending. It's just one ending. Plus, you want to use it, because it's so good. Dark mode. So Riku's dark points will fill up as he takes damage or breaks opponent's cards. So if an enemy plays a 5 and you play a 7, you gain 2 points, whatever the difference is. And if they play a 0, you'll get whatever, again, the difference is. If they play an 8, but then you play a 0, you'll get 8 points. Or 9 if they're getting a slight and it's above 10. And you get like 1 point every time you take damage, I think, no matter how much damage you take. When it reaches a certain level, which is 30, I believe, Riku will transform and enter Dark Mode. And Riku can only use slights while he's in Dark Mode. Losing a card break, taking damage will deplete DP. But that's it. When Riku attacks or uses slights, he does not lose those any of those points. Also, remember, we're in Castle Oblivion, so there are organizers here, but we're in the basement. So we get these people that we haven't seen before, except Vitsin. If you'd let me finish. Oh, sorry about that. The set was very similar to the Superiors. Exactly similar, if I may say. Okay, yeah, no, I get it, because he's talking about the darkness, because again, because we played 2, so this isn't really a spoiler. Ansem, that we know, is the Heartless of some guy, and that guy is a nobody, and Kingdom Hearts 2 became the leader of the organization. So because Riku is essentially filled with Ansem's darkness, it makes sense that they would smell the same, or whatever. So yeah, this game is also why uh Riku and King Mickey have a kind of really good friendship actually, which is why at the end of 2, instead of like Mickey going with Donald and Goofy to like, hug them or whatever, like Riku and Mickey kind of go right to each other and like start, hugging and whatnot. We haven't been going for. I thought we were going for longer. No, it's only been 2 hours, so we'll keep going. We'll keep going for a bit. Let's see now. So see, they kind of trick you here because they give you like kind of a mishmash of worlds to go between. Like Neverland used to be like a harder world, and so you're saying like, oh, the next obvious place to go would be Traverse Town, right? And I want to say no. I think all these worlds are similar in power, so I'm just gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close my eyes, and whatever I land on is where we go. 3, 2, 1, stop. We're going to Monstro then. So what's our deck here? I think Monstro gives us not a lot of power. Yeah. We have a bunch of ones. It's a mixture of highs and lows. But that's alright. So let's talk about Dark Mode. We wait for enemies to attack. So we got 3 points, so we have 4 now because we took a hit. Dark mode even be, like, prevalent in this battle if there's only, like, these two guys? Nope, there's more. Okay. There we go. Starting to build it up real twitchy now. Let's do it. One more will do it. One more will do it. So while Riku's in this dark mode, a couple of things. One, Riku can also still dodge roll, but when you're in dark mode, you dodge roll over halfway across the field. His three attacks are much like you would think normally. I'm failing hard trying to explain this. It's like in the fight. The first hit, the dash, which also stuns enemies, and then a finisher move. Now, if you're in the air and you attack, you do that little spin move. But this is also really interesting. I don't think a lot of people know this. If you try to double jump, like jump when you're already in the air, Riku will do like a weird flip and go behind the nearest enemy or whatever enemy he's targeting. And if you attack during that flip, you do an attack with your target that hits, I think, 2 or 3 times. And it does a decent amount of damage for what it does. And then, slights. 1 through, I think it's 15 or 16. We get Dark Break here. Riku just kind of, like, jumps up and down and, like, pogos off of enemies 6 times. But I'm pretty sure I can show the slights in the status stream. Yeah, so it's 5 to 15. 16 to 25 makes him use Dark Faraja, which, as we know, is it's spelled, which as we know is the, fireball he has. But it is a straight-up pure homing. It's one of those things that will never miss unless, again, the enemy moves behind Riku while you're using it. And then if you get 27 specifically, that's 3 9s you have to do. You get Dark Aura, which is amazing. And then, stacking Mickey on top of each other just makes his effect stronger. You deal more damage, the stun lasts for longer, and it knocks back enemy. Really more of just like how much health you throw around. So while dark mode isn't really that prevalent in normal combat, it's very... Okay. Didn't want to do that, but alright. It's very extremely prevalent in boss fights. It's how you're going to be doing most of your damage in boss fights as well, because your attack power just also increases while you're in dark mode. Also, Mickey, reloading your deck does count as a reload, so if you get enemy charged, and say like, oh, this effect will last for 1 reload. Don't use Mickey during that time, then. So yeah, I'm just trying to like show off that you can't like flip behind someone when you're not in dark mode. Another thing I want to show off with dark mode, if I can, about actually killing this guy. Is you can actually dodge roll up and down, actually, as well. He does move a bit slower, actually, when he's not, when he's in dark mode. So yeah, but you still have a lot more defensive options while you're in dark mode. Being able to, like, warp behind enemies. Not really warp, but the double jumping behind enemies is really, really good, actually. Like, it's something you don't see a lot, so I don't think a lot of people know about it, because the game never tells you about it at all. But it's still, like, really powerful, especially against some bosses. Because you just, one, you do it no matter where they are in the field. So the enemy could be all the way on the other side of the field, you could be on the other. If there's no other enemy close by you, you'll double jump and just, woo! Go right behind them. Thank you. Go. Yeah, again, for the first few worlds here, dark mode's not that important. But if you know, like, how enemies work and what their maximum and lowest cards are, you can just wait for them to play cards and break them over and over again. So you can go into a dark form yourself. And then, like, use Dark Break. Dark Break's really not that great, especially against bosses. But against normal enemies, it's pretty damn good. Well, yeah, because of just how high you go when you use the double jump, flip, whatever, and the attack, when you attack in the air, it also makes you go a little bit higher as well. You'll dodge pretty much every attack an enemy throws at you, unless it's like a boss fight. That's like, yeah, there's no dodging this attack. Like, you literally have to counter it or whatever. So, like, if an enemy throws, like, you know, a projectile in front of you, you can jump behind them, and if you time it right and the attack, like, stops happening mid-jump, then you can just, like, counter-attack them with your own attacks. So let's see. Don't you do it. Don't you blow up. Ow. What experience you guys have to offer? Except I guess I'm not. Oh, stop. Yeah, that'll happen a lot, where, like, you're just playing the game normally, playing the fight, you're not intending to use dark mode, but then it's just like, oh, I'm in dark mode now. Okay, then. Ow. Yo. So you're going to get generally a lot of Mickeys, because one, there's no other friend card to compete against. It's not like when the game decides to spawn a friend card, it has to choose between Donald, Goofy, or, I don't know, Ariel, Aladdin, because, those people aren't Whip Ritu. It's just, a friend card spawn, so that means it's 100% going to be Mickey. Now, I have no proof of this, but I'm like 90% sure that Ritu also has wider swings. Not like longer, but like vertically. Like his attacks go higher up and down. Maybe a bit longer reach as well. I really do kind of wonder why they took out the reload mechanic for Ritu. Like, it kind of actually doesn't make sense. Because, like, you can still definitely reload, but, like, when you go into... But, like, Mickey reloads you. Going into Dark Form reloads you. I'm just not real sure, actually. So I think you do lose points. Let me check, actually. If you play, like, a 1 card... Yeah, if you play a card and you get card broken, it'll then, like, subtract points from your Dark meter, I believe. I'm not entirely sure about that. Well, yeah, so, like, the game kind of encourages you, like, right off the bat to, like, when you're playing this Ritu, just spam cards. But then as soon as you learn, like, oh, hey, Dark mode is the same, you kind of want to not do that later on. I think I must have gotten Meeting Ground or something, because I'm getting a shit ton of Mickeys. Like, way more than I usually do, because I use Mingling Worlds. And Meeting Ground that just puts, makes it more likely that you get, friend cards in battle, I think. There we go, Jesus. There we go. Yeah, Dark Mode's really powerful. I just love Dark Mode. I wish there was games that did something like that more often. Like, they kind of do. And by kind of, I mean, like... take, like, the newest God of War. Not Ragnarok. But, the one before that. That came out in 2016, I think? Did that come out in 2016 or 17? Whatever. Like, that has, like, an overdrive mode, like the Spartan Rage mode, right? Even Kingdom Hearts 2 has the, forms. Yeah? But I'm not really talking about those. I'm talking about something that is straight up based to a character that they can do, not at any time, but it's just as you're progressing in fights. this is bound to happen. And it's not limit breaks. Not like other Final Fantasy games where it's just like, oh, you, like, did this much damage or have taken this much damage, so, guess what? We're going to give you a, like, you know, massively powerful attack or whatever. Like, no. Just, like, an enhanced base form. I don't know how to, like, describe it any differently. I'm not really sure what other games have done something similar. But it's like, understanding the game and mastering parts of its elements and, you know, like, being patient with it or whatever, you can, like, consistently go into dark mode here and stay in dark mode for a pretty long time, too, if you're good at dodging attacks. Oh, sorry, I'm really tired. Ooh, got him all in the corner. That was nice. Ugh, excuse me. Nope, I want to save all my teeming darknesses. So yeah, Riku doesn't even have story. He goes into a world, fights the boss, and then makes his way to the end of the boss. Out. But yeah, I'm specifically trying to get into dark mode here, because, you know. I was that's how we do damage to this guy, but he's just trying to let us do it here. So never mind. Ah. Does this break him, actually? No, it does not. Hey, can you, like, stop playing, like, 8s and shit? Can you play, like, you know, 1s? But yeah, see, because I've been getting card broken a lot. My dark points have gone down to essentially 0. Wow, that slight wasn't higher than an 8? Are you serious? I'm not trying to use slights to get dark points. I'm trying to use slights just to fucking kill him. Because he's at like 1 health. There we go. Ta-da! Motherfucker was really only worth like 22 experience. Damn. That's rough. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in darkness. Okay, I'm trying to make us go out of this world, because I'm gonna... Once we get to the next area, I'm going to save. Actually, is this the world end, or is that the world end? Huh. The one problem with Mickey's speed, Riku's speed, is that when you're trying to make him pick up like Mickey cards specifically, oftentimes he just won't. Not because, like, of problems, but just because he's so damn fast. Ow. It's just hard for him to actually, like, pick up, slow down to reach, like, you know, next angle. Thank you, Dark Form. Thank you, Bart. Bart Date. Dark Break. Oh my god, I hate my mouth. And my brain. That's some fucking weird ass shit. Okay. If I just play you and run through, I can. There it is. Yeah, remember how there was a cutscene in this floor every singular time we walked through? Not anymore. I mean, there is here, but it's like, we don't get to talk to anyone, because it's, you know, just Riku. I also like the idea that the organizers have been watching kind of like the events of the first game unfolding from a distance without getting involved. Or James and Riku followed. So yeah, I don't know what the exact timeline is, but I think at this point, Sora is like 3 or 4 worlds ahead, even though we're only in our second world. Like, Sora gets to the end of his journey before we get to the end of ours. But not that long after, I don't think. But yeah, oh man, we're already level 12 of Ritu? Shit. This goes by a lot quicker than I thought. So anyway, that's going to be it for the stream tonight. Thanks everybody for coming by. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all have a good week. I'm going to be taking, you know, my normal days off until Friday. So I hope you all have a good week. Whatever it is you plan on doing. Or are forced to do, like school or whatever. So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Have a good night. And I'll see you later. Goodbye for now. See you next stream.